Vegas, thank you for the information. Thank you very much. The hands are cold. Thank you. You're welcome. Please. Stretch. Yes. Squeeze. Big stretch, shoot the bottom, come on. Perfect. All the way down. Up, on the bar. Very good. Get up, squeeze. More. On the negatives, I'll get somebody. Up, 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 control. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, ready, hold it. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it. Okay. All right. Everything you got.
Started bodybuilding, I sort of, probably like everyone else, I always looked at Arnold because he was the most known, but then I sort of didn't, because Arnold was so much taller than me and I knew that I'd never be that tall, I sort of couldn't really relate to his body type, so I sort of started liking people like Tom Platz, anyone that was sort of freaky, Sergio Oliva, who had the big arms and just that thick, dense looking bird or fox with that thick muscle. And then it was like, I always liked Tom Platz's legs, I wanted to look like that, but then as things went on, I sort of like Eddie Robinson for his freaky legs and arms. But if I was to say at this day who I like the most, it'd probably be like, probably Mike Matarazzo's arms and calves because they're so freaky, but yet one overall would probably be like Paul Dillette. I really like Paul, he's a nice guy, we get on really great, and that's the sort of thing I like. It's sort of sometimes hard for me too because still being young, all these people I compete against now, they were sort of like my heroes and idols I look up to, and then now, like, I even told Paul when I do these shows and sometimes I place ahead of him, I feel bad because there's nothing worse than sort of placing ahead of someone you've looked up to, and sort of I wouldn't care less if I came 10th to all those guys because I still look up to them because I've always admired them. So if they placed ahead of me at every show, I wouldn't care. I'm just happy to compete on the same stage as him or anyone else. So, you know, people always say things about Paul, he's, you know, hasn't got shape. But when you look at Paul, here's what I think bodybuilders should look like. You know, he's got that freaky cartoon look about him. You know, he's got those big shoulders, big arms, tiny waist, huge legs. It's like when I started bodybuilding, that's what I thought bodybuilding should be. And you have all these people saying, well, that's overdone, you know, you shouldn't look like that, you've got to have this pleasing physique. But yet those people who say that, they're the ones who normally can't achieve it, so that's why they say it. But if anyone had the chance, they'd probably all want to look like that or have that freaky look, because that's what we all aim for. When you look at cartoons these days, look at action figures, they've all got that freaky look about them, that sort of muscles bulging out everywhere. So that's what I hope to achieve myself. I want to, people say I look like that now, but to me, I'm not satisfied. So as long as I'm not satisfied, that always makes me train harder. So, you know, I'm just going to see what happens. I'm just going to try to get the freaky look, and You know, sometimes when I look at Paul, I think, you know, there's no way I can look like that. But then sometimes I think, hopefully I can. So, you know, I'll see what happens. But they're the sort of people I look up to now. Paul, Mike Matarazzo, like Aaron Baker's got a great sort of freaky physique, I think. And anyone that's normally freaky with body parts, like I admire Chris Cormier, Flex Wheeler, but they got the nice shape and they got nice muscle mass too. But you know, it's like those the physiques like Flex and them I really admire. But to me, I could never look like that because I haven't sort of got that body type. So I've always gone after the freaky type. Whereas I still respect all those guys for what they've done with their physiques. But me personally, I like the freakier type. So that's why I always try and look like I picture like the cartoon characters or that Max rep you see in the magazine, something like that that looks just that freaky. So when people walk past, they sort of stop and look, and you know, they sort of can't believe what they see. So that's what my ideal of a bodybuilder is, just that freaky look about them where you can't really believe they don't look human. So that's what I want to look like eventually. I've always liked Superman ever since I was little. If you can see in this picture here that says Destiny, this was me about 3 years old in a Superman suit. So I don't know, I've always liked him because I always just liked the strength and that he had. And I've always liked the TV show when it was on the black and white one. So when I came here, there was so much Superman stuff, like the jewelry I've got and different things. I got like 15 different watches and all the stuff around here. I've probably got thousands of dollars worth of Superman memorabilia downstairs, upstairs, Superman bedspreads, towels, everything. So it's one of those things. Whenever I go out, I just collect it because I like it. But it's just one of those things I've always liked him from, like the strength and that. When I was younger, every year until I was about 10, I used to have a Superman suit made for me. So I think I'm getting another one made, but it's just a thing from when I was young. Some people like Batman, some like other characters. I always like Superman. So I think it's one of those things where you're young when you think you want to be that strong and you want to fly and do everything else. So I don't know. I still just collect it all when I go out to places I see it. So I pick it up, and I've got so much Superman clothing and that. So gets to the point where I'm sort of wondering why I'm collecting. It's one of those things where people say it'll be worth money one day, but it'll probably be worth money when I'm 80 and I can't spend it. So I just keep collecting it because I enjoy it. So it's one of those things I just keep doing and spending money. And I don't know, I'll be broke, but I'll have lots of Superman stuff. That's it for today. 2 more days and I can go back to normal eating, normal life. Until the Olympia.